So HMR has competitors around the country. There are dozens, perhaps hundreds of companies providing this funding for medical bills, for medical expenses, especially catastrophic injury cases. What is it that is unique and special about HMR that in your mind sets HMR apart from your competitors?
Well, you're right. These days, it seems like there are hundreds, sometimes if not several hundred competitors these days who either offer, medical funding or pre-settlement funding. But I think what I've found over the years, because it's always a question you get with a new law firm when you sit down and they say, well, this company was just in my office last week and you seem to operate in a similar fashion. So, why choose you over them, or what makes you different? And I think what I have found through the years is we have a different level of intimacy and responsiveness and access when it comes to how we approach not just cases we're involved with, but the law firms in which we're engaging. Somebody a long time told me, they said, man, you're doing a great job, executing on this. He said, but if I could give you one critique, I would tell you, you need to be more, intimate with your law firms. And that didn't quite register with me early on. And then as the years went by, what I came to understand is, intimacy is, a comprehensive approach to what a law firm needs or a client needs in a particular situation. It's being a resource for maybe things that you don't even provide. And a good example that I give to people is, I'll fund a traumatic brain injury case, and we'll get all of the treatment somebody needs from, neurologist all the way to, inpatient treatment. But then inevitably somebody says, hey, I really need an accident reconstructionist here, or I need a really great life care planner. That's not necessarily in my wheelhouse, but because we have so many touch points and contacts around the country, I find myself several times a week, as does my team, calling up, somebody who's a life care planner or an accident reconstructionist and going, hey, can you give this attorney a call? They're really, looking for this. And if you could help them out, I'd appreciate it. And kind of connecting the dots in that fashion, even on things that you don't necessarily benefit from, I find adds tremendous value. And we're doing that on just about every case that we seem to be involved in. So I heard a lawyer recently go, this company is not about funding. It's about access, and it's about people. It's more than funding. And I thought that was, if I could have put it on a t-shirt right there, I would have. It was a fantastic representation of what we want to be when people think about HMR, because to your point, there's 100 different companies out there doing medical funding or pre-settlement funding that all operate, in the same, way. But I think for the comments I just made, I think that sets us apart. We're taking the hard, difficult cases that most people shy away from, either because they don't know where to go or they don't have the resources to actually fund it. And so I think that really is a stark contrast for us when we look at other companies around the country in the space.
Well, I can echo what you are saying, because our firm, Romano Law Group, we've worked with you all over the years. We will continue working with you over the years. And a big part of that, it's not just the product or the service, it's the responsiveness. And you all have you you make a great effort to put forth a personal touch, not only with the attorneys, but with the client or the patient and with everybody in our firm. And I have found that when people are respectful and show such a dignified way of dealing with our law firm's receptionists, as you all do with our paralegals, our legal assistants, and our young lawyers and associates, that means the world to me. And that's what I have seen in all of our dealings over the years with HMR.